Yo, it's your boy HUN Tizzy and we're back again. This energy. Back. Golden Era UK rap podcast. Forget the long intro and all of that because it's series 3 and you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna be getting into big guests. You understand? People that was there doing their thing from them times. Hey, listen.
We laid the tracks for these men to ride the train.
The foundational bricks that was laid. So we're gonna be bigging up and paying homage to all of the people from them times.
Facts. The wave don't start in the middle of the ocean, you know.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta go back to the beginning.
Facts.
Without further ado, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Sorry, I was talking before. Creepa Crisis, MF Music's future.
Big up, back.
And we don't just want the claps in here. We want the claps on YouTube as well. So in the comments, put the clapping hands as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We need some likes and subscribe and all of the algorithm stuff. Yeah. Big up GCP as well. Big up No Invite and big up Consume London. See, I just it's wrapped.
Yeah.
It's wrapped, fam. That's how we're moving, fam. Everyone knows what we're doing here. You get me? So like, cuz I brought you here for a reason. Because to me, you was there, fam, and you made a big impact.
Thank you.
On the music scene from them times. Just from like I don't personally know you. I just remember watching and seeing like, rah, who's these guys?
Yeah.
So for me, that's enough for you to be here. Facts. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Cuz you introduced yourself, yeah? Let the people know why your name is Creepa Crisis.
So I used to have a music partner called Silent V, but that was short for Silent but Violent. So then I wanted his name. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you know them names. Like I wanted his name, and he was like, "Nah." We was 14. He was like, "Nah." So I stole a thesaurus, and then in the thesaurus, under Silent was Creepa, and then under Violent was Crisis.
Creepa, like
so
okay.
Creepa Crisis, but Silent but Violent in its own way, and it was double C as well.
Okay.
And it just sounded different, the Creepa Crisis.
So what? You went and looked?
No, I stopped, bro. I snuck in the school library, stole the thesaurus and a dictionary. That's gonna add to my word.
My man wouldn't give you the name.
Oh, he wouldn't. I was trying to get. He was like, bro, let me get your name. He was like, no. So I was like, cool. So I snuck in the school library, stole it, and then I went in the thesaurus. I got inventive, looked it up. I was like, Silent, Creepa, Violent, Crisis, and then he wanted my name. He was like, oh, let me get your name. The next day in school, I was like, nah. And then, it just stuck, Creepa Crisis.
Creepa Crisis.
And I had it from when I was like 4. No, not even. Yeah, when I was 14, I had the name.
Yeah, that's a long time, boy.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So what? You see, like 14 and that, what was you get me? What was you into? Like, what? Was you doing music? You wasn't doing music them times?
No, I was doing the radio runs. I was doing like Grime and the radio runs.
So you was into Grime them times?
100%.
14. Who else was doing their thing them times?
Around me, I'll be honest with you.
Just in general.
Like, in general.
Like people that's obviously, you know what I'm saying, your influences.
I was going to say, how old was you when you started?
14.
You started at 14?
14, yeah.
14.
Yeah, started at 14. And that my older brother Foxy, he brought it in the house. And then, you remember had the cassette tapes. Like I see him. He would do it on the cassette. Bro, everyone knows when you have to take a little knife to the little cassette tape.
Yeah. You got what's it called? Take it out. Put the sellotape, wrap it round because it's. You know when you play that bit,
it could go
starts
wrong.
doing madness and all that.
Fox used to get frustrated because we used to do the little sessions in the youth club. And I was competitive, but obviously all to impress Fox. So I would be spitting in front of a room full of 70 man at a youth club. Shout out to Sniper, youth club in Canning Town. And I used to put the mic on the floor. I'm like, I'm the best in there. And Fox used to always come over, oh, you're messing up my tapes, bro. Like, give me the mic. And it will, because it's not like now where you can kind of fast forward. You know what I mean? So then it was like a big, when he's listening to the tape, because no one's picking up the mic to challenge me.
Was this on radio?
No, this was just at a youth club.
Youth club
and because no one
like...
was challenging me, there's a big gap now on the cassette tape.
Scene. So man's making tapes.
So we were making tapes at the youth club.
Yeah, but that kind of was the lick them times. There,
it was.
That's how your music kind of was. That was the CD times, isn't it? Like, that was without the CD in it. Like,
remember whenever you had the iPod, you had, you know what I mean, the little CD cassette. Yeah. So there was a big gap, and then he'll be like, "No, Creeps, man, stop doing." Like, we'll go back to the yard. He'll be like, "Stop doing that." But I just wanted to be competitive. So back then, for
my man them used to make jungle tapes. Get me like some mad mixes. I'll just come on and put a little 8-bar on it. I was dead though, but I'll put my little 8-bar on it and then I'll hear it later. I'm gassed.
But you know it's for me as well, because think about it like this, yeah. Hip hop itself, what 1973 come out in the Bronx. 1973 hip hop's been out. My mum's older than hip hop. My grand's older than hip hop. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when people listen to us having this conversation and think, oh, man's too old to rap, or no, how can we be too old for something that's not that old?
But it belongs to us as well.
It belongs to us as well. It
belongs to us.
And think about it like this. Look at Grime. I'm older than Grime.
That's what I'm saying.
I started Grime at 14. There's some kids in
I
secondary
felt like
school
I was too old for Grime.
No.
When it came out, at the time of Grime being, I felt like I was too old for it at the time. So that's why I just left it for my youngest to do.
But put in this perspective as well, there's some kids in secondary school now older than drill. So then how long would them man get to do drill before someone says to them, oh, you man are too old to do that?
That's what I'm saying.
To me, that's just
each of these genres all have certain things that you talk about.
But that narrative of being too old, it's spread along the workforce.
It's horrible.
And
It's not just for music. Like they'll tell you you're too old to work somewhere.
Yeah.
And that whole
Too old to play football. Too old to like.
No, but that's the sad thing, because seeing entertainment has that cut-off line. Whereas, like you said, in the corporate world, you're allowed to work to your pension. How does that make sense? So I can work for someone else and to collect a pension, but I can't work for myself and collect a royalty check. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Why can't I
they
clock
shorten
out when
it. They shorten.
You see what I mean?
Just make it that they make it. I feel like the older you are, the less easier you are to rape.
You know stuff.
Yeah.
You know stuff.
Yeah.
You know stuff, innit? Like, no, hold on, where's my cut? Hold on, I'm worth this. Hold on, I spoke to this person and they get me the fans hollered at my Instagram or my Twitter. Are you talking about? I know how many fans I got. What are you talking about? I got their numbers. Like, they don't, nah.
So it's more to do with that, if you ask me.
We need a more younger, more naive, more like.
Oh, that's a fact.
They want to get you dumb.
You
want to make sure that you have people around you, because if you have people around you, you might have someone that can come to the office and knock me out as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, all of these things, innit? All
These are
these
the
things
that
tie
those
in.
people are thinking. Like,
So we
so
need.
they try to keep away from certain people. You know what I mean?
It's the whole label thing, and so you got like women now have cut out the pimp by setting up OnlyFans page. No, this is fact. They cut out the pimp OnlyFans page. We need to have our only rap stage and cut out the label. Do you know what I mean? They found, bro, women are smiling now. They've cut out the man strangling them for a bit of change. They've just gone online and did it themselves. So we need to cut out the label now and do it. You know what I mean? Because half of those people there, like I always say this, they don't know our world. They're not from our world. Like
they can't navigate it properly.
Bro, Hunt, let's put in this perspective, yeah, Hunt. You, in order to help me, to lead me out, you need to enter my world. Do you understand? You need to come in my world to lead. If someone's drowning, you can't stand on the sideline with your hands on your hip talking about just swim, mate, paddle, kick your legs. See how that's gonna turn out for the person. You need to get in that water and pull them out. They're not from man's world. So for them, they glamorize what the kids are talking about now because they don't know any
They don't know the harsh realities of what.
Huh? Who's talking about? Who's they?
The label.
The labels.
I'm talking about the labels.
Everything's about numbers now.
That's a
It's
fact.
numbers, so it doesn't matter the effect of what happens. It's just like, hold on, that what you said gets this much plays. Say that again.
Yeah.
And you know what's sad about that? For me, we can go further, because for me it was never about the numbers. It's about the influence. For me, because when people say to me, "Oh, these views,"
What do you mean your influence? Like,
because look, you can have 100,000 followers on Instagram, but you could say follow Creepa Crisis tomorrow. No one might not listen. So you've just got the followers, but you've got no influence there. You know, like, bro, if Jesus Christ had an Instagram, he would have 12 followers. Do we understand this?
The disciples,
bro.
isn't it?
Harriet Tubman.
Is that what you mean? 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 The disciples.
Jesus
I'm glad
Christ
I got that.
bro,
Because that kind of bugged me out for a second.
Harriet Tubman had more followers than all of us. More people followed her.
Yeah.
It's influence.
Yeah.
Jesus had 12 followers, more famous than all of us. Influence. Harriet Tubman,
only 12 people
influence.
at that time.
At that time,
only 12 people was willing to.
That's a fact.
But you know what is the problem with, like, our generation are still the old school hoes getting pimp slap. We're used to our generation's used to the pimp slap. You know, even if there is a new world where you don't need the pimp, Yeah, and you can go and get it.
Yeah.
It's like,
when you leave people to their own devices that are not usually left to their own devices, they run wild, fam.
It's more the new gal that use the OnlyFans. Let's say, for instance, yeah. So the older women they're still looking for the pimp.
And you know what?
They used to it.
And I'm not co-signing it.
And that's what the older people on our side. They still want to get
Series
paid.
3 and you started already.
Let me make this clear. Let me make this clear. I am not co-signing it because there's no man in the world, and Hunt, you can co-sign this as well. There's no man in the world that wants a woman that's been bro. You know what that's like? Go JD Sports tomorrow. Try buy trainers off a shelf and let them tell you the one on the shelf is the last pair. You are walking out, bro.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, that's the one, man. Everyone's tried that one on,
bro. Everyone's.
That's the try on.
Bro. That's what the pass around girls like. Yeah. That's what the pass around girls like. You don't want that now. Everyone's tried that on.
Yeah.
You don't want that now.
Yeah, of course.
My perception of it was like they found a way to cut out you know what I mean, the entities, the people that try to control the situation, and they have no clue to what's really going on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Unless it benefits the label, then do you know what I'm saying? Like
the fact that we still talk about labels, I think is a bit. It shows that
it's labels, it's YouTube, it's all of this algorithm. Like because we're bloody like all programmed in it, so we're like still thinking of a way out. Like, how are we gonna break this algorithm shit? Like, there's no breaking it, brother.
No.
You know what are you talking about? I'm going mad. It's all set up.
Now we failed ourselves. We as rappers we failed ourselves, and the reason why we failed ourselves
when you said that shit, man.
Do you watch football?
Break it down. Yeah, God.
Put it in this perspective, yeah. All commentary in football is retired football players, someone that knows the game, yeah. All boxers commentary,
of course.
Lennox Lewis.
I don't want to hear about
Roy
boxers
Jones,
unless you was a boxer.
Right, Roy Jones,
banging man up as well.
Paulie Malignaggi.
Yeah,
these are retired
They're
fighters.
all boxers.
You see with rap, we're having these so-called people sitting around panels discussing rap. They've never rapped in their life. For me, and there's levels to this. There's levels to this. I didn't want to swear and get you, man. You know, I'm demonetized. But my thing is, bro, you got put in this perspective, yeah? You can only have an opinion. You can't be a critic. So you doing this podcast, I got to big you up because you're from our world. So you can be a critic. You can critique this. They can't. Because we're the only form of entertainment where people can come and mess around. Like, you can't be a boxer and mess around. You're getting knocked out, bro. Yeah. You can't be a runner and mess around. You're seeing the back of people's heads and losing the race. Yeah. You can't even be a football player. You won't get man of the match, goal of the week, hat trick, captain. You won't get none of that. But in rap, you can step in this world
and just have an opinion.
Get a rapper starter kit and mess around.
And just have an
opinion. And then these
and
people will gas you up, speak about you, because obviously it's the behind the scenes conversations, and then it gives you the extra push. Whereas us man are over here putting in real pain, real bars. Like I said,
actual real shit.
Bro, these man are, like I said before, these man are drawing stick men and giving it a TikTok dance. We was painting pictures, Mona Lisa. There's levels to what we're doing, bro. Yeah. There's levels.
It's all based off what's happening now. For what we was doing is what's happening now. It would just be nice if we got a little bit more you know them ones.
But if we were doing what we was doing then now, you would get more than the recognition you need. But everyone starts trying to conform. That's what happens. So like if you check it, like you said, Mona Lisa versus Stickman. Yeah. When you start trying to do a Mona Stick man.
It's not gonna work. He's trying to confirm.
Bro, and then you know what's crazy?
Yeah, because I did that bare times. I did bare stupid songs I wasn't meant to do.
But you don't conform, bro.
I did bare stupid songs that was like, let me try and... you know them ones? Like,
don't, bro.
Let me be nice to this person. Like, when really, fuck that, man. You know them ones like, I'm the boss. No, like, I'm conforming. So I know what you're talking about.
Remember, it's your brand, bro. It's your brand. Like, so you got to stand on that. You know what I mean? It's what you're building.
So you see what, cuz? When did you see, like, you started doing music when you was 14?
14, yeah.
When did you switch it to rap?
So I switched it to rap when we done Mountford Estate.
Mountford Estate.
So it started off
Mountford Estate. I remember that video.
So it was
because that was on a grime beat, innit?
That was air guitar produced by Slash. Shout out to
Slash. But it's a faster beat, innit? Like I remember that's one of the first times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a link in the description so you lot can go and
I think that was like the 100 man video air guitar, the one you're talking about.
100 man video, as in 100 man was there, or
in Channel U.
Nah.
You was one of the first people that started in Channel U.
What?
Nah.
Didn't you know?
No.
Bear man in the playground.
No. I think that might have been someone else.
Okay.
In terms of Bear Man, these guys had at least 100 man in their video,
Oh, that's a fact.
and it just hit man. Like, see, when I saw the video,
Listen, I filmed one with more than 100 man. Yeah.
Bro,
okay,
But
so
but he did one before I filmed it.
no. But even when you turned up to that video,
Yeah.
I would never forget it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like the Bronx.
the way he said it to me as well. You know, he said he jumped out the car straight away. He's like, "Who's Creepa?" I was like, "I'm here," because find?
It was 100 man,
How'd
innit?
you find 100 man there? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? We all had Where's Wally and searching for him. You know what I mean? Squinting our eyes. So it was like, "Yo, where's Creepa? Where's Creepa?" And I'm like, "I'm here, bro." And he's like, "Yo, all these man ain't gonna make the video, you know." And do you remember saying that?
I ain't got a lens big enough for all of these,
Yeah,
man. What are you talking about? Like, you want a fishbowl thing or
It was on
something? You want a
staircase,
fishbowl
yeah,
thing so you
yeah.
can try and
The girls are out in the hood doing their
panorama
hair,
thing or
yeah.
something.
It was like the
Get a
Bronx.
panorama
It's
thing and
America, bro. Like,
too much, too much.
London, people don't do
And
things like that.
and the crazy thing is,
What
just-
year was that, cuz?
This
Sorry
was
to this,
10 or 11.
Yeah, that was around 10.
but that's not your first video, is it?
No. The first video I ever did was for you. Are you talking about for YouTube or just in general?
Just-
You did not have a channel U video?
Nah. We never ever went on Channel U ever.
Okay, alright, so let's break it down so the people can, like, there's Creepa Crisis, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, you used to do Grime,
Yeah.
right? You wasn't in Mountford Estate then?
No
it wasn't
way.
MF?
No.
Okay, so there's,
man was back when man did Grime. Man was in Newham.
in Newham,
So I was around. It's like Crazy Titch.
okay.
RIP the Exploder, highly rated. That crowd of people.
Okay.
And I'll be honest with you, not at 14. At
Do any
16.
tunes with them and stuff, or?
No, you know one thing I'll give Titch, free Crazy Titch,
Free Crazy Titch,
free
man.
Crazy Titch. One thing I'll say about my bro, Crazy Titch, bro, I love you. Like, free Crazy Titch. Crazy Titch, I was 16 sleeping on Vortex's Tex, forgive me, bro, he's changed the name from Vortex to Tex. I was sleeping on Tex's floor. And so anything that kids in the hood were doing, I was just getting brought by default. Like, we went on Logan Sama one time. I'll never forget it. Like, Titch went on Logan Sama, and I'm sitting on the sofa. I'm not expecting to spit. Titch like, grab the headphones, man. We didn't. Titch didn't even know if I could spit. Like, and
Just put you in the deep end, like.
bro, he just said, grab the headphones. To this day, I would always thank him for that, because you know how many man would have never have done that. He had no, he didn't have to do that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, man, come from.
Is that one of the sparks that kind of like, you know what I'm saying, innit?
Oh,
like,
remember,
got you going, you know what I'm saying, innit?
You got
'Cause he's
remember,
Crazy
Logan
Titch.
Sama was Logan Sama was Charlie Sloth before Charlie Sloth.
yeah.
That is a fact, and not
Yeah.
even because he's white.
the grime scene,
Not
innit?
even because
Like,
he's
yeah.
white. He was just a gold.
Logan Sama is, you know, I don't want you to.
He's
put
legendary.
Charlie Sloth. You know, like, so how Logan's thing is so authentic.
It's patterned.
Like,
It's
Charlie
patterned.
Sloth kind of, he was copying, like, he took people off. He watched the UK Overstood movement, and then boom, took a couple rappers from there. Took a couple rappers from, you know, like.
I know
it was
I know what he's saying
it
about
was
the Logan. Yeah.
A lot of them
Yeah.
did that though, man.
Logan, no, but I'm saying Logan.
A lot of them did that, man.
Logan was there when everyone was
He's like
laying down
Risky
the
Roads and them,
yeah.
man. They're in
He
it,
never
like
just- he never just
they're
came
furniture,
to,
they're ornaments, they're part of the,
You know when
they're part of the house.
Do you know?
you give opportunities, not just.
Yeah. I
try
used
and
to.
take off a back
Yes.
off-
Grime
Yeah.
used to always show love to their
Yeah.
fucking
Bro.
people. It's just rappers
Bro.
moving
Yeah.
and and entities just moving all fucking
So I
crosses to each other
Yeah.
and not trying to boss each other on the bag.
But
And
look, I still respect Risky Rose. He's still getting.
shout out to
he's
Risky.
fucking boss his nan.
Yeah.
Risky come to
The
our
man's
done a
boss his
video.
nan. His
Shout out
nan's
to-
fucking doing the thing now. Like,
Shout out to Risky through the back end of Crazy Titch. Titch was in jail at the time, but Risky, we've got a video on YouTube with Risky Rhodes. He came to the hood. Shout out to Risky. Risky, shout out yourself. Risky come to the hood and done a video for us as well. So yeah, Crazy Titch. It's like grab the headphones. You know what I mean? And I was around Crazy Titch. So it was more the grime circle.
cuz, did you clash anyone?
I battled Crazy Titch.
Crazy Titch.
I battled many people, but for me and my sister Tantrum, shout out to Tantrum, I love you. Tantrum artist, me and Tantrum battled. I battled other 30 other people, but Crazy Titch was the most monumental battle because
Yeah.
for me,
How many rounds? Like, how's that work?
No,
See,
you're gonna-
see,
Bro.
obviously, seeing the grime thing. That's obviously like fucking. 8 bars each or something. What?
no.
How's it
Alright, so
running?
how me and Titch battle, we battle for hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what is it? 8. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm talking about hours in length and time. So there was no round. So before the battle started, it started off with a cypher. Yeah, it was me, Younger, Tex, Dark Boy, Wizzy B, and Crazy Titch. And Titch's energy, we've seen Titch battle Bruiser, we've seen him battle Dizzy, we've seen him, you know what I mean? Titch's energy is, Grime energy is, if someone rapped and then you went after them, you're gonna try and outdo what they done. So where it was left with me and Titch doing that, I'd say maybe 3/16s each, where he's like, he just stopped the music, and I'll never forget, he said, "You coming for me?" But I'm just spitting my normal bars. So you know, Crazy Titch was like, "You coming for me?" I'm like, "Nah." But right then and there, he was like, "Yo, we're battling." And I'll never forget it. What you just asked.
That's what I feel like happens with the grime scene. That's why, like, I see it like you spit your bars, and then see when I'm listening to your bars, it's like, hold on, you're saying some bars that just.
That's how it.
You try to like
the energy.
Like you try to say something shit like what I just said. You know them man.
There's no positive bars in grime.
Like I ain't having it.
Bring it to your door.
Yeah. So it always sounds like a send.
It's aggressive.
It always sounds like a send. So
and it sounds like I'm talking about you, and then you get what? And after a while, man's like, well, hold on, are you chatting
to your jaw?
And for me, with me and him battling, that's
sorry,
exactly,
cuz, but Edski said it's called spinning, man.
yeah, bro, that's exactly how it went. That's exactly how it went.
Getting spin, fam.
So that's exactly how it went. And then he was. I asked him, like you said earlier on. I said, how many rounds, how many bars? And he was like, nah, spit to you can't spit
like,
no
that's
more.
That's what he's in it.
Nah, he said spit to you can't
that's
spit no more.
That's how the man that was doing
and then
it
I
them
thought, what do you mean
times,
spit to you can't spit no more? And where I can freestyle, humbly speaking, I can even freestyle better than I rap. So I was like, all right, but he wasn't aware of that. So I feel like he felt like it would have lasted like maybe 20 minutes if that.
Yeah.
Bro, this is how I know we battled for hours. Wizzy B ended up falling asleep. Dark Boy and Younger end up cutting, leaving. They was like, they're gone. Tex ended up cleaning it around me and Crazy Titch. Like, it was Tex's yard. So he ended up just cleaning
like,
around
come on,
us.
man. You, man, go home now. You know them ones.
Wizzy B woke up out of his sleep, zoot in his mouth, high, like, yo, you man are still battling. I said, yeah. He got up and left. Then RIP Exploder. Exploder turned up. So you got to think, in the space of, and we're still battling to a point, no one's listening anymore. And you know, the only thing that stopped the battle, Hunt, you're gonna laugh. You know the only thing that stopped me and Crazy Titch's battle? You're the only person that's ever got this story. The only thing that stopped me and Crazy Titch's battle is me mentioning his girl. Now, I don't know who he was with at the time. I don't want to put bro out there like that. But I knew mums are off limits from the rip. Everyone from London knows that. Anyone from out London, if you're from the UK, you know. So I didn't know the girl was off limits. So when I mentioned his girl, he said, "Yo, don't mention my girl." But where I'm freestyling now, this is in my thought box now. It's it, you know what I mean? So I've said it again by accident. It's like, "Yo, blood, I would never forget this." Titch went, "Blood, I'm gonna power drive you on your neck." And I was like, "What?" And he whipped off his top, and I went to whip off my top, and I'll never forget. And I looked at him like, "Raw." So me and Titch tussled in the house. Bro, it got real. Like, we was out there, it was in the house tussling. Nah, it got real. And anyone that knows Crazy Titch's strength levels is, I thought my older brother Foxy had some form of, like, Titch, he was dashing man around the room, bro. Like, I felt like a broom. It's like he was just cleaning man with the house, fam. Like, I'm keeping it real. It real.
No,
and
I
was just trying to survive, bro. Like, because I was a kid at the time. And me and him was tussling to a point where Tex is now like...
Well, ain't no one even trying to stop it.
No, because there's only Tex in the house now. Exploder did turn up, but when Exploder turned up...
Man's not even trying to stop it.
Nah.
Man's not even listening to the bars. Grime's horrible.
Yeah, bro. And
horrible scene.
And I've got to end this on a positive note. So, one of the bars, Titch must have said something about, I ain't got no clothes. And at the time I said I was sleeping on Tex's floor.
So it's like, it started to get... Well, if man's battling for hours,
No, but you know what it is. You know what it is.
Get to, like,
he didn't even say it in a personal... So Tex must have just reminded him, like, yo, don't... You know, Tex reminded him. And then this is to this day. So I've left the house now. Vex, like, I've left the house. Titch was driving a green MG back then. He had a 2-seater MG. So I had nowhere to go, bro. I was just going to walk the streets. So Tex must have told him that. Bro, Titch has jumped in his car and come looking for me.
Man.
He found man. Yeah. He found man. I'll never forget it, bro. Like, Titch is funny. Like, he's found man on the side of the road. And as I'm in the car now, he's leaning over me. He's got his whole elbow in my throat. He's putting on my seatbelt. He's like, "Safety first." And he's like, "You don't listen." Like, and it was one of them energies where I'm looking at him like, "How are you badding me up?" His elbow all in my throat. I'm like, "How are you badding me up?" And trying to, you know what I mean? So then, this is how much my bro's got a heart. We were kids. Tex was 16, I was 16. So Tex, Titch drove man to Tesco's and was like, I'm buying shopping for Texas Yard. And then that's when me and Titch connected and had conversations.
Yeah.
And then a week later, he had Crazy's got a new sing-along video shoot. And this is very important. I say this. This is to show you how much heart Titch has. Titch was sponsored by Adidas back then. So Adidas has come in and threw a box in the room. Marcus Nasty was there, Bearman was there, loads of man was there. And Titch grabbed me, said, come outside, let me chat to you. He said, go in that room, open that box and take what you want. And I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. He's like, no. I said, bro, I'm good. He's like, no, you can style it out for the video. I said, nah, I'm good, bro. But for me, I'll never forget something. So him putting me on Logan Sama, not knowing any form of bars I had, and even remembering that he said having no clothes, and then getting an Adidas box thrown in there and was like, take what you want. He'd always have a place in my heart. Always. Always. Because for me...
When you needed that, like, you know the ones... You count them things, fam.
100%.
You remember them things, innit? It's like certain things, little things to other people. To you, it's like a big thing. Because I get reminded by people of some, to me, some like little stuff, some human shit. Does that make sense? Some human shit. You know, like when you just do like a good gesture, but it's nothing for you to do that. For you to, do you get what I'm saying? Like you can help someone out.
Where we come from, we love hard. Like, those stories are never told. That's why it's nice that he told that story. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's the first story I've heard about, like, someone saying about
Someone's...
Yeah, because they're making man in, like, they're making him to be a monster. Bro, it's so bad. Me and my mum, because I wasn't living at my mum's. Titch heard that. He was like, what? We're going to see mum now. To this day, my mum would say to me, how's your friend? I'm like, which one? She's like, Titch. And I was like, oh, because the way he came around the house, walked in. Mum, I brought him home.
Yeah.
I wasn't there to stay.
Yeah.
But he just like, see mum.
Yeah.
He's like, mummy's
Come
here.
say hello, like, what's wrong with you, man? Fix
Bro.
up, man. Pattern up, like, you know them ones.
And my mum won't forget that. So that's the Titch I knew.
Yeah. Mums are going to be thinking, you know what? Hang around with him more.
100%.
Hang around with
100%.
him more. You know them
100%.
ones. My man say, you know them ones. You want your son. I've got a son. So I'm checking his friends. I'm seeing what kind of nonsense they're talking. Like, do they know how to pattern up when they come in the house? You know, like when they come. Even though I'm young and I'm fun and all that, but do they know how to pattern up and just go into like sensible mode or do they still be talking nonsense? Because that's the one I don't want you to part with.
As a parent, you know as well. You know,
you can sense the bad kids,
bro. my mum sensed one. My mum said to me, I bought one guy, and I'm not gonna say his name. No, I'm not.
You always get them stories.
No, you know what? I
bought one guy.
Yeah, because it's not my story to tell. But I bought one guy, and my mum straight away was like, "Yo, he's a killer."
What?
No. She said, "I don't want you around him. He's a killer." And a couple months later, my older brother Foxy, my boy ended up killing my older brother Foxy's boy.
Say again. Hold on. Rewind.
My older brother Foxy's boy. My boy ended up killing his boy.
Oh.
And my mum.
But your mum cited his energy.
She called that months before it happened.
Yeah, but how was he behaving? He must have been.
No, he came in the house pleasant though, because remember he's coming.
The sound of your stepdad, she knows.
Oh, she knows the levels. Yeah. With shout out to Jook, shout out to Jazz, my pops.
Yeah,
like you know, so my mum knew from the rip. My mum knew, so straight away, like I said, parents know. So when Titch come around now,
can kind of see the sense things.
When Titch come around, straight away she was just like, I like him.
Nice energy.
You're talking what? I'm 35. I was 16. You're talking about almost 20 years later. Yeah, 19 years later.
Still got that memory of him. Still remembers him, innit?
She still remembers him.
Where's your friend? You know them ones? No, I had.
With Titch? Yeah. No, you know what it is? I would pass messages through text now. Because he's just constantly on the move. You know what I mean? With different... Yeah. But yeah, nah, shout out to Titch, man. Real talk. Like,
release date?
No, it's not looking good. Wow. I know there's a petition going around. Yeah. I know there was petitioning for him to come out and stuff like that. And I know everyone's doing that free Crazy Titch campaign and all that kind of stuff.
Block 20?
Yeah, look, bro. I'm going to tell you something, and this is going to sound crazy. We was there the night where it happened, but wasn't there at the scene. So I was there when Crazy Titch got the phone. We was there in Texas house and Titch got the phone call about the diss record. Yeah. Everyone knows this, so I'm not putting information out that's not on YouTube. No. You know what I mean? We was there when Titch got the phone call. We was playing pro. He was actually playing younger at Pro Evolution, and he was losing. And he got the phone call. And he's like, "What?" And I'll never forget his reaction was like, it's not my story to tell, but his reaction was more like, the youngers can't be dissing my brother. You know what I mean? And from there, we didn't know what was going to transpire, but he was at Texas house when he got that phone call, and then he left, and we never saw him again. And then we heard, like everyone else heard, what happened. So yeah, we was with him that same day.
That's crazy, fam.
Again, what was it like after with the whole relationship with everyone from Tech Yard?
Oh, with Titch going jail.
Because I know it seemed like you had a little section.
You had a little little
do
setup
you
and
know
that, innit?
Set up,
Kenny, Tex will kill me if I don't say this. Kenny, that's Tex's old yard, was the spot. Everyone came through there, like.
Was this up in Newham, innit?
Yeah, in Newham side, yeah, just round the corner in Valentine's Park. So everyone came. Tiny Temper came through that yard. Tinchy Strider came through that yard. D-Dot. Like, everyone came to that house. There's so much females. Certain man would be upset with me if I mention certain gal that their wife in today, they came through the yard. Like, that was the spot, bro. Like, it was one of them places where you didn't know who you was going to walk in there and see. You know what I mean? There was, like I said, I was sleeping on the floor.
There's places where it's like a music hub. So once you unlock that magic key to get it through there, once you know them ones, you go there and it's like you don't know who you're gonna see and what opportunities.
100%, yeah.
At these certain times is when, and the music was so organic, like even back to the Grime times when they was doing that, it's so organic that you can just link someone and there's like people are really not even talking about money. You know, like for you to actually just go and get your music done and cypher and freestyle and get video, you know them ones, all of these things, fam.
That to be like that, the initial stage.
That's the initial stage where we're just like not even talking about like all of this structure and shit. It's just like, what, you got bars, psh, jump on.
And for me, East London was New York. For me, East London was New York, and that we was the mecca
what for the
of
grime
music.
The grime scene, like the
East London in general.
Just in general. What,
This
for
is
rap as well?
You know, this is my perspective on East London.
That's a good question though, isn't it?
East London was New York.
Yeah.
And anyone that disputes this, you'd be stupid. Hackney was the Philly, home of the Spitters.
Yeah, but see when
Hackney's
you say
home of the Spitters.
there's also Stratford, there's other.
Hackney's the home of the Spitters, bro.
I would say I looked at Hackney at Harlem because they were the fly.
No, but I'm talking about rap wise. For rap, for bro.
So what about the South man? Who are they?
Alright, so and the thing is, what I'm gonna say about Hackney is this.
South man are the gutter man.
This is what I'm gonna say about Hackney.
Gully.
You see how Philly is, yeah? Philly, you cannot find any area in the States who has that many official rappers like Philly. It's the same as like Jadakiss even said, Philly birthed the best rappers. Hackney, for me, minus now, not back then, minus now, Northwest might be able to be a part of the argument now. Northwest is a few, but for me,
I feel like South was powerful back then, fam.
bro. If we went through the list
rappers,
of
sick.
If we went through the list of rappers in Hackney, it wouldn't compare, bro. Like it wouldn't compare.
When it comes to them days, if we're talking about the days we're talking about, yeah, you gotta remember
golden era.
The golden era.
Okay,
the golden era.
God.
We have to talk about radio, innit? Yeah, because radio is very important. And a lot of the radio stations were in North London. Do you guys saying to you? So like, you know, like the Holloway, Finsbury Park. Manor House.
But what were these stations called?
See, like let's say like Freak FM, because Freak FM went from garage to Grime.
Where was Deja Vu? When I in the East.
Deja Vu was in East.
Deja was the biggest though.
But Deja became the biggest with Grime. You feel me? Like whereas Freak FM and them stations, yeah, was big from garage, and then the big Grime guys was there as well as within the transition. Then you had Deja. Do you know what I'm saying? Before it was like Freak FM, Y2K, Mission FM. I don't even remember these stations.
No,
I used to just hear the names, innit? I don't think I knew the names of the things. I used to just tune in, whatever I heard. Whoever's playing good music.
Remember, where I was in War FM, when I was in Highly Rated is a North crew.
Highly Rated. Who's that?
Highly Rated is a North crew. Highly Rated, so RIP Exploder, Bex Winter, Skillabee, Mystery. That was it, and myself. And I met Exploder through Tex, once again, Texas House, the you know what I mean, the music hub, and D-Dark. So D-Dark is Exploder's
D-Dark,
younger
did
brother.
he used to spit as well?
Yeah, D-Dark.
I swear I've seen some D-Dark, I swear I had a D-Dark CD back in the days. Used to do stuff.
Yeah, D-Dark was definitely on Channel U. Yeah, D-Dark. D-Dark was in Highly Rated before I arrived.
D-Dark, yeah.
D-Dark was in Highly Rated before I arrived. So when I arrived to Highly Rated, D-Dark joined Bruiser. You know how bad it is? This is how
You
bad
get
it was.
me?
Yeah. So he joined Bruiser.
He's
You know how bad
cold.
it was? When Exploder approached me to join Highly Rated, and this is why me and Crazy Titch, and I'll make this very clear, we never had a conversation about me being a part of Kids in the Hood ever. So I'm never gonna sit here and make out like, you know what I mean? That was the comment. We never had that. One thing with me, I don't do lying. With Exploder now, when he approached me, this was the era where everyone had youngers. So they had the Kids in the Hood, the Wolf Packs, the I forgot the younger Bruiser and that's
Okay, yeah, you bring in some youngers as
and
well.
I was in that generation, and Exploder and that was Crazy Titch's generation. So I told Exploder I will never join the crew if you man refer to me as a younger. You know what I mean? Because I'm like the fifth guy, but I'm the younger. So I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
4 man in the clique and then
I'm
you're the fifth man.
and
That already passed.
And I'm the younger. You know
I
what
already
I mean?
passed, and you're saying I'm the younger.
I'm
but
the younger.
before I was the younger, I wasn't the younger.
I wasn't the
Allow
younger.
it,
You know what I
fam.
mean? So Exploder was like,
Allow that, man.
So Exploder was like, yeah, alright, cool. And then I was a part of Highly Rated. So when we're talking about Acts FM and that, being a part of them and going to North, I did a lot of North stuff with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I did the
and
North
that's what I mean,
rave
in terms of the
event.
outlets, there was a lot going on.
Yeah,
in
but the North, that was for Grime.
No, but in terms of like the showcasing of everything here, the venue,
North.
you know what I'm saying, the radio stations. Or like I said to you, like there was spitters from North that carried North as well. But
I've
when
got a
it comes
question
to
for you
East,
lots
I feel
after.
like East held Grime, like North held Garage. Then it
Okay.
moved towards the East.
Stop now.
Yeah.
Let me give you this one. I'm going to say West, Grime or rap.
West.
Yeah, what do we know West for? Grime or rap?
We know them for taking the leftovers or whatever is going on.
How do you mean?
Like West London.
Yeah.
Are you talking about West or Northwest?
No,
Shit, sorry.
Let's say West.
Yeah,
Let's, let's go through them because obviously West.
West.
What are they known for?
West.
Grime or rap?
They're the leftovers of Northwest. That's what I'm saying. There's not like
Yeah,
West,
okay, yeah, that's fair. That's a fair.
That's a fair
proper
example. Yeah,
identity.
okay.
If you ask me,
No
like,
disrespect on that, but
No
like you know what I'm saying.
disrespect, like, I
Okay,
don't know-
so Northwest then.
Northwest.
Yeah. What are they? Grime or rap?
Rap.
They're rap. Okay.
But they had Fleur D and.
Yeah, they got some. They got.
Wherever they come
Yeah.
from.
Okay. But they rap. They
But I
we
say
know them for rap for
Skrilla
that.
Kid Villain. Think about
USG and all that,
USG,
like-
but
Okay.
even though if we're talking even the earlier days, like when
Yeah.
Skrilla and.
Yeah.
You know what
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Squirrels
Like,
and all that.
Squirrels,
One Up and
One-
Empire and all that.
yeah.
Okay.
But even
I'll take
before
that.
the One Up Empire,
So what? East.
East
Grime or rap?
Grime.
Grime, but even you can arguably say both because of Hackney. You can, bro.
But what predominantly runs shits? Like you know, like when they say
Grime.
Grime.
Bro, listen, that's why I said New York. And when I break this down, this is a disclaimer. This is a disclaimer, Hunt. I respect you, my bro. So I'm gonna make this a fair. I'm gonna make this as real as possible. Please don't cut this out. In my interviews, in my music, me as Creepa Crisis, I've never mentioned another rapper's name. I've never done a feature.
What in rap you mean?
In anything, like cause
What even in grime?
even in
Fam,
grime,
how are you
rap-
gonna survive in the grime thing if you're not dissing someone, fam?
No, I
Grime's a
never.
dissing
I
sport,
never.
fam.
Like, you see the battles I had. The battles were just more in person. This battling, there wasn't no diss tracks. There wasn't. Remember, me and Titch were boys. Me and Tantrum artists, we're cool to this day. Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
like I've made a diss track and do you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It was just a quick battle. For me, I've never attached no other artist to my name ever. So this would be the first time I'm ever mentioning other artists. So
Yeah.
I wanted to put a disclaimer out so they know I've never done this. In my longevity of having a career, I've never done this. I've never mentioned on these man. I've never linked and done songs with no one else. I've never used the big entities, as everyone will call it, the big platforms. I've never done any of that. So this would be the first time, and this is the list I'm going to give you. If we're talking about grime, you've got to mention Wiley, Titch, Kano, Ghetto, Dizzy Rascal,
even
Tinchy Strider.
So that's
Dukes.
East.
That's all East, but
That's
there's
all East.
there's a reason why I'm saying it though.
Yeah,
There's a
go on.
reason. So you've got all of them. Then you've got even Nasty Crew. You got all of that. DWE, all of that. So that's grime. They Jammer, even down to Jammer having the Lord of the
Slew
Mic
them
set up.
and all them, man,
You know what I mean? They
there
slew
and all
them.
that.
They had grime.
Jeez,
They had
Jamaica and all them,
grime.
man, there.
No one in the world can dispute that. East had grime.
Mad.
Kano,
Yeah.
we had grime. Now, reason why I say Hackney was the home of the spitters, if you even think about every rapper, Hunt, you not a Hackney rapper?
Course.
Yourself, your crew, you had Margs, Asco,
Mashtown.
Mashtown.
There's so many
Let's
rappers.
put it
innit?
this. You got
Pure
Kemsy,
Slime,
you got
there's
Coins,
lots.
you got Triller.
when you start going-
No. I have to say this list though. You got Bam Bam. You got
No, but that's you're coming to now.
No, but bro, no, but I'm talking.
Who was then? Yeah, who was then?
Yeah.
Who
No,
was
but
then?
even myself, Kane,
Alright, see you.
Berserk,
Alright, listen.
like,
you see when
Frostman-
Wiley and them man, they
Frostman
was
back then.
mashing up.
Frostman was back then. Frostman.
Anything 10 days. Frostman was
Big
gold.
move. Alright, like listen. All them man that you said, see all of the Wileys and all that, yeah?
Yeah.
Who at that time, who else in the rap scene, you know them ones, like, who was there, like, predominantly, like,
Oh, back then for the rap
back
scene.
then for the rap scene?
I'll be honest.
To challenge the grime mans for that area.
The only person that will know that in my circle would be Foxy, my older brother, because
Yeah.
I only listened to what Fox listened to.
Yeah.
So for me, I didn't ever.
Then the grime definitely won, didn't it?
Yeah.
See them times for me, yeah, I know, okay, Margs was a big name. Get me, not even Margs, forget that. Mashtown was a big name, them times, yeah? As a collective, you understand? LORD was big. There was Big Moves.
Yes, big moves. No one really
That,
thinks about them. So
yeah, big moves, because that cuts off into like Frostman, them, they was like from Stamford Hill and
yeah, big watch.
Big Watch and all these guys. Cool. Who else was there? There was you lots.
100%.
This is what it leads me to, you know, like the first time seeing you lots was a little bit, to me, was a little bit later down the line. Maybe because you was doing grime. This is what I don't know. You can correct me. But when I did see you, I remember saying, what the fuck? Like, where is this? And how comes these guys have got 100 man in their video? Like, where?
And you know what's crazy? How long have you lived in Hackney?
That's what I'm saying. My friend drove past your area and said to me, that's what?
And this is look, you know, I've got
We
to say
drove
this.
past your flats back in the days.
You've lived in
to
Hackney
find
how long, and you didn't know about Mountford?
We didn't
State,
know
right?
about Mountford.
Right. So
It was just crazy to me.
We can make this clear. Like me, my three brothers, and Kane come and pattern that, because that was known as Sandilan Road or Frontline. So then we was like Mountford Estate. And bro, you got to remember, yeah, we didn't set up a block in Sesame Street.
Yeah.
This is Hackney, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't get any realer than
yeah,
that.
man's got flats, and then we got other flats that's our flats, but it's just the flats that's down the road.
And
that's our safe haven that we go to when we've started trouble. When we start too much trouble around here, we need we need somewhere else that we can go. And we usually got a one man that lives. You know them ones, a man that comes to the flats, he usually lives there, so we can go to his block, and it's just safe air. Like.
And how we patterned Mountford was, think of it like this: everyone else, you being LORD and everything else, everyone had their hood inherited from something that older guys did before they came.
Yeah.
We built our block to a point where 30 years from now, it derived from us. Because like I said,
there was no one before you.
There was no one before us in that. I remember we did it.
I feel like music puts your block on the map.
That's a fact.
Not like if there's places where they're mad. It's mad. Their hood's mad, but you don't know about it.
Yeah,
it's YouTube. You're saying music, but it's YouTube.
Yeah. That's very true. That's very true what you're saying.
YouTube. Let's say before YouTube, even just like music. Like,
there's guys that do music and they're violating people.
Queensbridge. Why would we know about Queensbridge? It's an area. Like it's an area.
Do you know
we know about Queensbridge because of the music.
Yeah.
We know about Left Rack. I barely know about Left Rack. Only a little bit because of Nori.
Because of Nori, innit?
You know, like,
but Queensbridge
really
had
know.
about 6 or 7. Like, you see the point you made about Hackney?
Yeah.
See, like, when you come to Hackney, you might think, see, back in them times, you might have just thought Hackney was fields. That was just it. It just felt like it was fields. But then when you go into Hackney, you realise, no, hold on, there's
you know what it's like. You know, it's like when you talk to someone who's not from our ethnic background, and then you say I'm Caribbean, Jamaican, you say I'm African, Nigeria.
That's how Hackney was. Yeah, they just done out Togo. Yeah, they done out all the other places, Ghana. Like, you get me? Like
even
Zimbabwe, they don't even care.
Even in top where they did it, yeah, blood. We got to pattern up the thing from them man in fields. It's like what?
How every area is how they are.
There's man
like Northwest, yeah. Northwest. When you say like, if you're used to Hackney, you're used to you know what I mean, like how things are down here. You'll be like, you go to somewhere like Northwest and say, hold on a second, Stonebridge and Church Road and Hutt, it's all here.
Bro,
it's all here.
Is that how it is? Is that how it is?
It's a stone throw away. It's a stone throw away.
Yeah, a lot of the areas are though, innit, when I check it.
Even Hackney.
You think they're far or something, innit?
No.
Yeah, man has to see each other like more time, innit? If we go to that shop and you go to that shop, we're gonna see like yeah, that's what I'm saying. People that usually beef are people that have grown up with each other. They actually know each other.
Do you know what's crazy? Even in Hackney, people don't understand. There's 39 estates in Hackney.
Wow.
There's 39.
See?
You like this.
And you know like 5.
Yeah.
At the top of your head.
Unless you're from there. And when you're from there,
When you're from there.
see, when you're not from there, you know about the big names.
Yeah.
When you're from there, you know about the ones that's causing bare trouble and
them
giving
times. 'Cause
like
now-
you hear about their names. Because see,
It's gentrified.
it's music, and then there's hearing what the hood does.
Yeah,
Do you get what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And that's what for us back in the days was what stamped you to be allowed to rap.
Yeah.
We had to
Bro,
hear some shit that you did,
bro.
else you can't rap. We don't believe you.
You know how bad it is. You know how
Go
bad it is.
away.
But
I was
blackball the real ones.
I was the rapper, and Hunt, you can co-sign it. I was the rapper with the chains. I was the rapper with the, and bro, I
will give you that. There's one thing I
go-
noticed, like, see, like, I remember seeing 100 man, so that for me was a lot. For me, was a lot. Like, fucking hell, these guys can just round up 100 man just like that, and like, where the fuck is this? We went past and found out where the flats was, cuz.
But you wouldn't. But
You wouldn't believe
when
it.
When I say with the chains as well, like for me, my brother went jail. Come out of jail because at first I just thought it was standing in the corner with your boys and rap, and he said,
What year is this, cuz?
So this
Because
was
remember,
this
you was doing the grime
so,
thing.
so
Now
this
we're
was
switching to the
2008
rap.
now. This is
2008. What's inspired you to come to this? To say, forget the grime
Oh no,
thing.
you know it was.
Rap.
No, we didn't even say because alright. So RIP Exploder. Exploder was trying to get me so much onto this grime thing where, for me, it was about getting off a Texas floor and making money. So I was doing stuff I should not have been doing, and Exploder was like trying to fund everything I was doing, but musically. So Exploder was like, "No, why I pay for your studio? I'll pay," and I'm like, "Nah," because to me that's a handout. It's like when Titch tried to offer me the clothes. It's just a handout. So I was like, nah.
Man's got too much pride them
Bro,
times. Man's a young... How old was you these times? 16,
I was
17?
16.
Yeah, so man's got
you
pride.
You know,
innit?
it's in my mind, my
Pride.
mentality. If I look at it like this, I look at it like the goldfish in the tank versus the goldfish in the ocean. The goldfish in the tank is waiting to be fed. I'm in the ocean getting it from the mud. I gotta feed myself.
Yeah.
I'm in the ocean myself. I'm out there trying to hunt something else down. That's how I was getting it. Hunt. No pun intended. No pun intended. So I'm trying to hunt something else down. That's exactly how it was. That's exactly how it was for me. So for me, the handout was like, nah. So then I completely told Exploder, bro, this ain't for me. I quit music. For me,
Man's got a pattern up their life.
yeah, because I'm thinking, I don't want another man just funding my, you know what I mean? Just funding my whole situation. So then what happened is my mum moved to Hackney and I was living with grandma. Now this is like when I got older, I'm living with grandma in Clapton. So then when I've gone to the estate, my brothers were out there with the guys. My two brothers at first, they initially were just chilling. And I just said to Kane, man, I want to get back into music. And Kane was like, okay. And then this is where it formed as me saying to Kane, but it's just going to be the family. So music's future, which was known on YouTube as Mountford Estate, is all my family, cousins and brothers. That's
why
the
you got
spitters.
so many of you.
That's the spitters.
That's
and
why.
And I'm gonna give you the blueprint.
How many
I'm
of
gonna give
you?
you the blueprint.
About 8 of you,
imagine,
and then
imagine
8
if
of
there's
you
7
friends.
man spitting. Seven man spitting. What with my brothers?
Yeah.
Nah, only my older brother's got a different dad.
Okay.
But imagine this: 7 man spitting, and you just tell each man bring 10 guys.
That's what I'm saying.
70 already.
That's what I'm
70.
saying.
And then those man are bringing their guys. That's 70 guys already. That's the blueprint. That was the blueprint.
Makes
It's like,
sense now,
bring
innit?
10 man.
Makes
That makes
sense
sense.
now. It
And
makes
then
sense now.
Easy.
Makes sense
So
now.
yeah, so then when we 2008,
That's why the
me and
videos
Kane-
were
me
so
and
many,
Kane-
man.
Me and Kane put together Music's Future. When you came to the estate and you saw how man had it, like even I said at the start of the video.
What video was that? That
so
was
it's
the
Big
UK
MF.
understood one.
It's Big MF, Mountford Big MF. Yeah, we did. No, we did 2. So we did Murder Man and Mountford Big MF. And at the start of Big MF, humbly speaking, just to show how man had the ends pattern, I could see you giving one of the guys the eyes like, "Yo, get behind the camera."
Yeah, yeah.
It's at
Too
the
many
beginning
man,
of the video,
fam.
and I just tapped man and said, "Get to the back," and he just, bro, he didn't hesitate, he didn't question it, because I remember
You know
jumped
you're
out the
filming,
car.
man, and it's got half their face in the video. It don't look good, did it? So you might as well just come off the camera,
Yeah,
fam.
and I told him, and I said to you, I've got, because ways, humbly speaking, back then, how I had it patterned. Do you know what I was thinking as a kid? I was thinking, I'm the boss, I run this. But then as I got older,
Because you always came across like the leader of that.
But Hunt, when I
entity.
explain it like this, it's gonna make sense. Now that I'm 35, you know how I look at it. Leadership is about settings. Yeah. See, a teacher, you can be taught to teach. You can't be led to lead. So for me, as a leader, I'm looking at it as settings now. Now, if I go to Kane's kids' party Everything Kane asks of me to do, I'm gonna do. He's the leader in that situation.
Yeah.
It just so happened I had the vision, so everyone listened to what I was saying because I was the leader. But back then I would have been like, I'm the boss. I run. Do you know what I mean? As a kid. But now I'm older and I'm mature. I'm like, oh, I get it.
They trusted me.
Bro, it's like even like the whole concept of OG,
Brother, see,
old gangster, old
you
gold.
see, in the flats, just in general, the flats, just the way, I'm not saying my flats, I'm saying the flats. So this is usually most people's flats. You get a set of man that like are just smart. You know when you get your smart brethren and he's just coming up with all of these ideas, yeah, and you see that idea that he come up with, sometimes it's a bit stupid, you know, like, because some of them are risky, but then you get a one brethren that's coming up with like sensible shit, and it's like, you know what, fam, I'm gonna let you just do, you know, like there's some man that won't even think, and they'll just let that person, because he's always got the good ideas, they'll just let him come up with all of the ideas, and it's all on you. So I can see that it felt, to me, that's what it felt like it was with you. Like it just felt like a bag of man just said, you know what? Because you look like an organizer. How you talk, how you move. Do you understand? Because you're an organizer.
And humbly speaking, even that, like I said, with the chains on, bro, you could not go around Hackney with, bro, I would be with Aaron Smalls with all my chains, with just one guy. One guy. Bro, and if anyone watching, I think it's just change, bro. You're not wearing chains.
You get sucked. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
The wolves is that.
Hunt. Wrap that off your neck quickly and just cut out, fam.
Do you know what having chains is like?
Yeah.
You're not running that.
You know what having chains is like?
Man, there's not running.
Go in the ocean, cut yourself around sharks. That's what it's like, bro. Let blood leak out of you, and you see that outcome. That's what having chains is like.
Yeah, cameraman.
That is a fact.
Just walking around with your camera, just going into the.
No disrespect to guys with cameras. You know what cameras like? Domino's delivering pizza to the hood. It might go wrong. Yeah. Because you might turn up thinking you're about to film, and it could go wrong. So for me, when I was walking around with my chains, and I think this was the benefit of me, and a lot of people.
But you
got
to keep calm for the cameraman that's with you, so you can't even make him know that.
How did I make you feel? How did I make you
preying
feel in the ends? And this is not even. I promise you.
But more time, people are shocked that I just jumped out the car and said,
"No, you did.
Where's
you did.
my man?"
You did. And you know why when man said, "Creeps, all these man ain't making the cut," you know, I couldn't do nothing but respect it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of man would not have said that. I've seen man
just crumble.
holding the camera trembling, bro. I'm not gonna say who. I've seen man holding the camera trembling, and I was like,
because there's about 100 man. 100 man at your video.
You wanna put that on the tripod? You wanna put that on the tripod? You know what I mean? I seen a lot of man just. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So for me, I looked at it like when he jumped out the car and was like, "Yo, Creeps, all these men ain't making the cut, you know."
Too much, man, brother.
That's why I didn't even let you open your mouth when you was looking at the guy, and I've just tapped him like, "Yo, get behind," because he knows where it is, and if there's like.
But he's just moving like he don't know. I want to be in the video, fam.
There's like,
he's sliding in still.
You know this, yeah. You know about it. There's like 30 man that didn't make the video. They had to stand on the side. They had to stand on the side. The real talk.
Come to the next one, man.
I had to physically go through everyone, handpick like you're in it. And man are standing there like.
You have to.
Bro,
some people that we're doing another one in a second. So just let us finish this one.
We'll do a next scene, man.
You saw that. You can't make this up. You can't make this up.
100 people, but one thing I said, the energy wasn't. You see when you go to a hood and it's just like even that I'm cool. You know,
yeah, because I'll just deal with that person.
He had it like America.
Thank you, my bro. Thank you.
Let me express it because like how I saw it in movies. Imagine I've got out of the car. And I'm like, right, there's gal over there, there's music thumping already, you know.
Yeah, girls are doing hair on the steps, all of that.
Party,
yeah, it
basically.
was. Yeah.
You see that shit you see in America?
Yeah, like
and
a block party.
That you're gonna see this in Hackney, like this, and it's not just on one side of the road.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that side of the road.
Yeah.
You can go to a block party and then like you can do your video at someone's block party because we're gonna go over there in that little corner, or you can just like stop the music and say we're doing video now. Block parties turn to video.
Over 100 people. Was that because there's girls, there's man, there's olders.
What was this big MF?
Do you know? Oh, so the big MF. So the
was that
yeah, so that video?
That was just the day because we did 2 videos.
So we did Murder Man, and Big
who's
MF.
on that?
So Murder Man's Kane, Bezzy, and Tanner. And then I did a chorus because every group track I did a chorus. Yeah. I never got none of the verses. I think we got like 10 group tracks, and I did a chorus.
I got a question for you. Who said this and what track? Many people after the King's Head, but I'm after Queen's Head.
Kane.
That's why I invest.
Kane.
What song?
Guess what?
Cool.
You know about it. You see on YouTube.
I'm gonna start dropping them on the people when they come
no,
up. That's a new
I
one. And you
hunt-
like that one? You like that one? You like that one?
You know why he
Out of the blue.
You know why he can never get me with that. You know why he can never. And I promise you, there's footage on YouTube. When I leave this podcast, I'm gonna send it to you. There's footage on YouTube where Kane called me an hour before he made
that bar's hard
made
as well.
the hood.
Should I just say?
Sounded like one of yours the way you said it.
No.
That's why it stood out to me.
It
That's why it stood out to me.
Yeah,
Like, yo, how dare you say
yeah,
that shit and I ain't heard this until now, brother? What you doing?
On Everything I Love, Kane called me hours before he turned up to a freestyle in the hood. And, bro, he got there. I'm going to send you the clip after this. He's stumbling on his bar because he's just written it to where I have now jumped in and filled in the gaps. To where he's now looking at me like...
Man know each other's things, innit? Certain times, innit?
To
Like,
me,
know each other's bars and
you know
stuff,
what I mean?
innit?
You don't even know where you would go with it.
Yeah.
I know where you would go with it.
I filled in the gaps.
Because you just have got one track. I think what's it called? I heard it the other day. Yeah, I don't know how comes I haven't heard all of these tunes. It's crazy, fam.
Man's got over
it's
100
crazy. Like, there's
songs,
bare tunes, like some back-to-back shit and all that. Like, was it the
Styles,
real life one?
The real life. We got like 8 back-to-back songs on.
See that real life one, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it the real life one?
I
There's
can
one.
see the very end.
Yeah, there's one where you're breaking it down. Like that's one another thing.
Is that Voices? Is that Voices?
There's one where, other than 100 people in your videos, cool, safe, and you can organize 100 people. No problem. I'm saying you're also a person that talks about their life. Yeah. Whereas man just talk about shooting people and killing people, whereas you talk about family issues and stuff and all that. So that's one thing that made you stand out to me. You actually just give them everything. Get me? Like, and I think that's what real. I think it's real. Is it? There's real life and there's a next one, our real life or something. I seen.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we got 2. We got our real life.
Because one where you're breaking it
life.
down about all the people in your family, and see that story to me was like, wow. Did the man really just go through all of this shit? You know, like, okay, it makes sense now. You know the ones you're talking about.
Sometimes people don't believe, and the thing is, because me, I'm so transparent with what I write, so everything you're gonna get from me is genuine and it's real. And for me, that's the best MCs.
Yeah,
the
people that tell you everything,
because it's
like
real.
Every feeling, not just the feelings where I said, yeah, you know what, I punched him in his face, or I ran my man down. I'm a bad man. No. Hold on. What about that time when the girl broke your heart? What about that time when you got
sleeping on Texas
where you
floor.
had to run? You see the
Texas
fact that
floor.
you even mentioned that.
Slept in a phone box. Even when I slept in a phone box, like I
The
got the start of the
fact
song.
you
On that song,
even
streaming Amen.
mentioned
Remember
that
song Amen? Hunt, you hit me up when I said man had to wash and dry in the men's room and not have what if a cost to buy on the menu.
You said what's it called? Man used to Man had to go and wash and dry in the men's room
and not have
at
what
the
it cost to
same
buy on
time
the
and not
menu.
have the money to buy what's on the menu. I'm like,
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
What he said, you know, like, you know, that just says, like, that's allowing you to see me at my weakest time, you know, like,
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Vulnerability.
Like, I'm showing you vulnerability, but see, through them kind of bars is what makes people say, like, raw, I actually going through the same shit or something similar, and thank you for saying that, because I can't rhyme. I can't articulate the words to say what you just said to get me through.
You know what bad is? I'm gonna say it like this. See, with rap to some extent has hindered us. Yeah, it's created this persona, this whole image has hindered us. Where, put in this perspective, like they have this stigma of rap where you have to look the part to make music and to rap and all, you know what I mean, all that kind of stuff. Whereas for me, I don't have that mindset. You see what I mean? Like I was saying to someone else the other day. Someone was saying to me, "Oh, with being a rapper, when you wear something, you can only wear it once." The reason why that's
Who came up with that?
You know why that's stupid? You know why that's stupid way of thinking? And I'm gonna put you in this perspective. Why it's stupid? They don't rate you for renting something. Yeah, they respect you for owning it. You own something, you own your brand,
but you can't wear it,
and then they want you to wear it like you're renting it. How does that make any sense?
You wear it once.
How does that you make any like? Think about it. Now you've got to wear it like you're renting it. You know what I mean? And rap. Think about rap.
And when you rent it, they say, "Oh, that's rented."
That's rented. So you
when you can swap, when you can switch, they say, "Oh, that's rented." They doubt whether you've got it, or, like whether you own all of these things. They say, "Nah, man, you can't own all the things. You rented it."
And that's why for me, you have to have your own mindset in this industry, because think about it like this: rap's the only platform where they don't allow you to switch off. You see what I mean? Like I was saying earlier on, it was bought in the Bronx, 1973. So if we're 2022, it's 49 years old. Rap's 49 years old. rap's only got 14 years on me. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, when with rap you can't switch off. So think about it like this: you're a mechanic. When you clock out, no one's gonna knock your door and say, "Oh, Barry, mate, my tires just popped out, mate. Can you help me?" No one's gonna do that.
Yeah.
When you're a rapper, it's like they want you to be a rapper 24/7.
Yeah.
Whereas I like to just be Anton.
Yeah.
So why not give you Anton's life?
Man will call you if you're a mechanic and you clocked out. If it's your
No,
man will just phone you up like, yo.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what that person has to be cool with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you work for McDonald's, they can't knock your door and say, "Oh, bro, let me get a burger and fries."
Yeah.
You've clocked out now.
Yeah.
But with rap, it's that stigma where it's like, no,
Yeah.
but you're eating with your family, but I want to autograph.
Where's the
now.
new tunes, fam?
Yeah.
Like, where's the new,
Like,
the
then
Onta man?
you can't-
But these times, man's just giving them bare pods.
But you know what it is.
Man's giving you bare pods and just talking to you and they're like,
you know
yeah,
what it is?
safe, walk on.
But you know what it is? It's that thing when I said we've allowed anyone to be a gatekeeper in this. Whereas, like I said, boxing, ex-boxers, the commentary. Think about rap with that little panel thing. Like I said, none of these people have ever rapped a day in their
I'll
life.
say this to you because you're a man that had it a way that people tried to paint the picture. You gotta remember, I've turned up to loads of shoots and it's not really like that. And I turned up to shoots and man tried to tell
Man can't organise that. Man can't organise 100, man.
You know, like,
Yeah. Now you, yeah.
like,
Are you talking about the rapper getting spoke to like that?
No,
I'm
yeah,
not
as in
saying,
like,
bro.
yeah, as in,
No.
no. He's saying like people have like tried to fabricate
yeah, they tried
100
to
man,
Oh,
so they
But
tried to
their own-
organise
their
it.
own guy.
But
Yeah.
no, but
The guy that's
no.
called me, the other guys around them want to show the guy. They want to show me that they're
The
tougher
boss.
than this guy.
That I'm the
Oh
boss.
no, yeah,
You
that.
feel me? So it's like,
When you're if
there's
you're the
no
organizer,
order.
then you can
So, like,
organize. You
yeah,
just
so,
organize
like,
it.
like, same way you say,
And if you're the organizer,
man,
then
man,
you
so
actually
brilliant.
don't need to bad up anyone.
Don't need to
Well,
bad up
you
anyone.
might bad up a few of the. Like, oh,
But you
yo,
understand what I'm saying?
but
They
you
just
already
give
given
man
them that look.
respect. And then you gotta think about it. Like,
It's
people
respect.
think-
It's not a bad up
I've
thing.
seen man call hoods that they're not even with to make the video look packed.
Yeah.
Or cousins and
Nah.
people like that. That's what I say to you.
Yeah,
so, like, you gotta keep in mind.
Them
that-
times in the golden era, I don't think I had that power to pull. You know, out of my lot, Bungle did.
Even if you
Bungle could organize. Like
you
he's
just
someone
wouldn't-
that
you
could
just wouldn't
organize them
bother.
kind of
No, you
things.
couldn't. You just wouldn't bother.
I couldn't be bothered, didn't it?
You know,
maybe.
you know our blueprint was. Our blueprint. I'll lay it out for you. Everyone got to be tough in the area they was from.
No, but
because
let me finish the
Go
point.
on.
Because my point is that certain time I feel like the industry goes against people that actually have a real, the real side of what they're trying to pretend is going on. That's what it turned into. It wasn't like that when we was doing that. 9, 10, 11 wasn't really like that. From 11 onwards, it was the fake guys trying to blank out the real guys so they could co-sign each other.
do you know what it is?
And then
I know, you know what it is. It's the industry humbling these people in position, and for me, these brands that everyone looks to are not humble. Like example, we all got money on us, yeah. If we pull out money, the Queen's face is on. What's humble about that, bro?
yeah.
What, like, people rob, steal, kill for this?
But
What?
you know
Why
what?
would no? Wait,
Why-
just hear me out. Just hear me
how
out.
good
Just
certain
hear me out.
people
Hear me
are.
out.
Why
Hear
do
me.
they not
Just
keep
hear me
it
out with
alive?
this. No, hear me out with this point. People rob, steal, kill for this. Why would you still attach your face to that? There's nothing humble about that.
Yeah.
When Neil Armstrong landed on the moon and left his footprint, what was humble about that, bro? I'm not putting air forces on
He
the
went.
moon.
He went there to just say like, I done it before.
Bro,
That I'm the Russian man.
Hunt, what's up, bro? Look,
Yeah, that's another. That's a conspiracy.
hold on,
you know what I'm saying? innit?
But when I'm saying humbleness, think about that mindset. Because example, Van Gogh has 30 portraits of himself. He was taking selfies before girls had a selfie stick. What's humble about that, bro?
Yeah, he's
Do
on
you know where the humbleness comes from? The humbleness comes from, you're black, we're giving you opportunity, humble yourself. No disrespect, AJ, no disrespect. AJ's told to humble himself. Tyson Fury before his episode was never told to humble himself. So for us, those people can be humbled. So that's why they're in the position. Someone like myself, I can't be humbled. You see what I mean?
You've more than likely, you know what you've done? You went on a rap, you went on a track, and you said some shit, yeah, but that was your true feelings. Because that's what it is. It's all our true feelings, isn't it? There's some people that fabricate and make up stuff, and I'm this man and that man. And then there's people like ourselves, golden era, yeah, that are actually writing some real shit about how I felt. I fucking felt upset today. I was really hurt. You know them ones, man, are saying their true emotions.
Yep.
And see through all of that realness, you're not actually like documenting in your head what you're saying. You're just saying how you feel.
But
And then there's
also
people
see how you can put things together.
Listen.
And be intimidated, like pose.
yeah, no, how you put it together, they see, raw, that's talent. Let's work with him. No, let's not work with him because he just said that. You said an opinion. You just said an opinion without realizing. You're just rhyming. You're just saying stuff how you feel. And the government, this and that. You're saying certain things, and they're just saying, "Raw, this man here can't come here because we're not going to be able to tell him like." Or
but sometimes you don't know that man have been watching you for years. Because of your section, your man, them, you lot, your section. You're not looking at people in it.
Yeah.
But these men are watching you. Yeah, man, and them man follow.
They already know, but you said some shit that's like, nah.
Do you know what it is as well?
You're gonna blow us up. You're gonna go against us soon. Exactly. You're too smart,
bro. But as I said, it's these brands. Like I said, bro, think about it like this. What everyone in the room? Who's the king of the jungle in the room? Who's the biggest? Who's known
they
to be?
They say it's the lion.
No, but if we stick to the lion, what's the most vicious and fish in the ocean?
It's a whale, isn't it?
A shark.
A shark. Yeah,
so let's put it like this.
Sorry,
let's
killer
put it
whale.
like this.
Killer whale. Killer whale. Sorry.
But let's put it in this perspective. Look at all these brands: Frosties, Cheetos, all of these tiger brands. Even fucking the movies, they got a whole tiger, a lion roaring at the start of their thing. Look at sharks have their own theme song. Does man digest that? These are the same people who's giving all these big brands, bro. They're not putting Finding Nemo on Frosties, bro. They're not putting a goldfish at the start of a movie. They're not doing it. So why would you tell me to humble myself? There's nothing humble in this. Man's coming to take over, not to take part. There's levels to this, and they don't like that mindset. They don't like you being sure of yourself. Humble is being amongst your peers and people that you're cool with.
Like when there starts to be someone that's very constructive, progressive, in where we come from, our own people turn against us as well.
Facts. Crabs in a bucket.
Yeah,
Facts.
so it's like rare. Like when
it's the crabs in a bucket mentality,
like,
innit?
Do you know
we haven't seen anyone do it, or we have seen people do it, but when we see them do it, it's like people just think, oh, hold on, man, what about me? You get me? So you know what? I can't even big up your team because it's not me. You get me? Like, and then man will go out of their way. They see a next man trying to go. Think, hold on, you're trying to go and leave us like what he.
Do you know the analogy of crabs in a bucket? The reason why, and when I stayed in Antigua for years, weeks back, months and weeks when I was a kid, I got told the analogy of that, because the reason why the crab won't let that other crab at the bucket, because he knows once that crab gets out, it's not coming back for the rest of them.
Yeah.
That's why it's
that crab's.
That's
cutting,
why it's gone.
Yeah.
So that's the mindset of.
You're not going. None of us are going.
That's just
the
mindset.
Horrible, nasty.
That's the mindset.
So man won't support you. Man won't this. Man won't that.
Crabs are supposed to be in the bucket anyway.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. They're free. But crabs move sideways. But that's another thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's like going mad.
Bro, you're speaking like the rapper now. You're speaking like the rapper. I'm speaking like the rapper, you know. I'm speaking like the rapper. But for me, our thing was, and going back to what you were saying, our thing was, bro, we couldn't do. So our videos got to a point where at the end of Heroes Remix, you see Armed Police holding us up. That's on
how
YouTube.
many? Wow.
That's Armed Police. So Armed Police will come shut down our videos, helicopters.
Because you got 100 man, you can't have 100 man. That's one video. Do one video.
But you know it wasn't.
Trying to do every video. You had walkie-talkies in your videos, brother.
100%.
I saw you on the corner.
Man was organized.
You had walkie-talkies,
man was
fam.
Organized. Man was
like,
organized. The way man had it patterned. The way man had it planned, even when man was outside, man wasn't stepping like everybody else.
Yeah.
Man
so the
so
police,
different.
the popos,
and they didn't
whoever,
like the
people in charge are watching that and saying, don't take the piss.
And you know what they
fam.
done? I will never forget it. Like Shoot a Nigga remix and what was the other one? Not Ride Out Squad with Toxic. They jumped out and then just straight away.
So what would you say is your most known track?
Heroes. Creepa Crisis Heroes or Creepa Crisis My Life Part 1.
My Life, yeah, I've heard both of them. I've heard both of them. My Life's the one that I was talking about before, where you break down your whole.
My Life was a bit intense.
Your whole.
Yeah,
do you understand what I'm saying?
Shout out to my gran. She's a gangster. My mum
break down everything. It's real life shit.
Shout out to my gran. My gran.
You lot check that. I'm gonna put the link in the description for you lots.
No. So I mentioned her in the song.
It's just a song where he talks about his whole family and everyone that's ever like everyone. So no holds, but it's not even. Yeah, it's just like it's proper. Like
And you know, like, my mum. So anytime I'm speaking about the family, I'll call my mum.
To okay it with her.
100%.
You have to, man.
100%.
Else you can't come back in the yard sometimes.
And anyone's name I've mentioned in a bar, minus my gran at the time, I've called them. I've never said anyone's name in a bar without them saying, yeah, it's cool, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
Because
you're
for me,
telling
it's
your
not my
truth.
story to
You're
tell.
speaking the truth.
But it's just I was part of their story, so I'm just telling it from my perspective. But it's still not my story to tell. So I just need them to okay it and be like, yeah, that's cool.
Did Mountford, did you lot do any mixtapes?
So me and Kane did mixtape. We did a mixtape. We Love the Hate. That was 24 tracks.
Is that out for us to like?
That's on YouTube. So there's a YouTube link, but most of the tracks, I got my PR to set up a YouTube channel where I think it's Music's Future and the logo's there, and it's got majority of all those songs. So it would be the songs from my solo mixtape, me and Kane's mixtape, and then Kane's mixtape. And we're talking about mixtapes now. It's EPs, but Hunt's asking me back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, that channel is on YouTube. It's called Music's Future channel, and they'll have everything.
That's what I'm saying. Man's gonna put
Everything.
that little link up there for you
Everything,
lot to
yeah.
catch up. Because listen, man was doing stuff them times there, fam. Like you're even still active now.
And
lot of
man's
stuff's
only
going on
come
now.
back since October 2021. I've put out 5 EPs. 5 EPs later, but my first
Work rate.
My first mixtape had 32 songs. Me and Kane's thing 24 songs. So for me to put out 5 EPs now and they're only asking for 7 tracks, I'm like, what? Really? Cool. Just I mean, let's do it. 5 EPs later, Hunt's heard the latest one, and then there's another one.
Hard.
Appreciate
What made
my
you come
bro.
up with that idea?
I had the idea 2013.
Actually, tell them. Actually, let them know
Go on.
about the idea. You see,
Oh,
like he sent
okay.
me a preview link for
Yeah,
me to
I
just
sent
check.
a preview.
And normally, see me, yeah.
Hunt got
I'm
the
a type of
preview.
person that actually listens to people's shit. I swear down. See the man that's got like 4 views. The guy that's got like 10 followers.
So you give him the
that-
fifth. You give him
that-
the fifth view. You
that
give him the fifth
no
view.
one talks to. I even like because I just see you every day, so you're just like our neighbor. And that person, like, there's a man that talks to me about his battle raps, and I've listened to him, and I'm thinking, boy, I don't know, you're gonna like, you get me? It's not gonna be easy, but I'll still give you the time of the day, like, to actually listen to your battle raps, and so I listen to all music. Well, not all music, so don't start giving me bare shit. But
Yeah,
when someone
yeah.
sends me something, I actually will say, you know what? Hunt, check this out a little bit later, because I would want them to check out my shit if I put. And I listened to it and I thought, wow, this man's done. Let them know what you did, fam.
Alright, so basically, I put the idea out 2013, but of course I stepped away from music. So when I've come back, the idea was 5 people. Well, people send their stories, and we'll read through their stories, and then I'll make a song out of their story. So like, we all heard of Method acting. This was Method rapping. So I've had to take their story, read over. I think I got 24 emails from random people all over the world, like random. You know what I mean? There's a guy that sent me a story from Nigeria. Okay, it's an email, and then I picked out the best 5. And the idea was, if we picked out your story, I was gonna make a song on it, and then prior to making a song on it, I was gonna have them come on set, and then I was gonna have a known credible actor or actress play them on set. So then they'll come and we'll bring them on set and then watch their story play out. I wasn't even going to be in the video. It was just going to be me standing there with them and saying, yeah, them saying it's their story, and the EP's out now of them saying, hi, my name's such and such. This is my story written by Creepa Crisis. And then I break down their story, and I capped it in 2 minutes. Because I was saying to myself, these are not, no disrespect, even including myself, we're not known. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm taking Kevin Hart and Will Smith's and Chris Rock's story.
Yeah,
people would
it's
be,
just some.
you know what I mean?
It's not just some, but it's someone with a story. But their story has to be something impactful for us, for you, should I say, to even write about it. Because when I was listening to the stories, firstly, my thing is beats. If the beat's not good, then I can't even listen to what you're saying, innit? But the beats were all good.
Shout out to Jigs. Jigs is the guy that produced it. He's
Okay.
produced for Talib Kweli, Wu-Tang.
Yeah, Hunt needs some beats.
Yeah, that-
You
that-
know what I'm saying?
I
But
can
Hunt needs
pattern that
some
'cause that's
beats,
my
fam.
guy. Shout out to
My
Jigs,
man's
man.
dropping some
Nah, he's
sick
and
beats where I had to think.
All the
like, is this
instrument-
American?
Yeah, all the instrumentals on the EP, I would never have just worked with one producer if it sounded the same. He's unorthodox.
He's a man that's
with
got
it.
bare different flavours.
You would never know he produced the whole EP.
He's got
like,
bare flavours on
even
the tune.
even the
bare
remember
tracks,
you know the Creepa
bare
Crisis thing I
beats,
sent
yeah.
you, where
Yeah.
I'm breaking that. So the Creepa Crisis thing that's
You
coming,
added yourself to it, innit? You added 2 more tracks where you're talking about yourself,
myself,
innit?
yeah. So that's Creepa Crisis, Amen. That's streaming.
When's this out, fam?
No, that's out now. The streaming now.
It's
on
out
Spotify,
now.
Everything.
You know what? Because I listened to it, and man's already.
Yeah, I gave you the
I've already
exclusive. I gave you the
moved on.
exclusive.
You know what I'm saying? Innit?
I gave you the
but
exclusive, yeah.
In my head, I knew all of these stories, yeah, see me, I can't take too much pain because I'm paining, but I can relate to this pain. So I took one of the stories from the people, like, raw shit, she's going through some shit.
I
There was
remember
a
the
girl.
one you said to me
Yeah,
as well.
that was
I
hard.
remember the one, yeah.
And then there was your 2 stories. Like, it's more, you're more saying stuff that I can relate to, and but it's
Yeah.
like, raw, this guy's deep, you know, like, forget
Nah,
the.
I appreciate you, man.
This is deep shit.
Nah,
Like, he's
appreciate
saying some real life shit that's he puts you at your most vulnerable state, fam. Like,
What gave you your side, your organisation side?
My mum said to me, like, and it going back to what I was saying earlier on, is like, we had to, every man inherited where they was from. We had to live all over by default. So my mum's mindset is, my mum's militant, so her mindset is, yo, don't come back in the house and tell me someone's leading you, you know, you're following someone. That's how my mum's mindset was. So my mum was like, yo, you better go outside and that's how my mum talks, bro. Like, even you heard my mum at the end of Amen,
Yeah,
when she said,
yeah.
that was sick.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how my mum talks. So her mindset is, you lot better go outside and pattern up. Like, you lot better make sure that people know that you're there. So then from that, I never went anywhere and had someone else tell me what to do in any situation, because I'm going off what my mum said. Like, don't, you know what I mean? So that's how man would just always organize. And then me and my 3 brothers, we stepped heavy, man. And think about it, that's 4 brothers, and you're talking about 4 solid men. Do you know what I mean? And so yeah, so then whatever they was into, I will support them with it. Whatever I was into, they will support me with it.
That's good,
Yeah. And that's how and that's from her. That was her doing. My mum used to always say to me, don't come back in this house and tell me you're following after someone, you know? I mean, this was before Instagram. There was no following no one, you know what I mean? My mum's whole thing was, yo, you better make sure anywhere you go, you're the leader, or you're respected on that level.
so cuz, what was your top 5? Golden era.
In no particular order.
Yeah.
Creepa, Crisis, Kane, Music, Future. In no particular order, bro. In no particular order.
Yeah. Golden era was a fucking ignorant time as
order.
well. It was
Like,
very ignorant.
you ain't gonna get
That's
that out of
why
me.
the
You ain't
grime
gonna
mans,
get that out of
the
me.
grime mans was making money, and the rap mans was beefing, because man wasn't even
Yeah.
saying, nah, I can't even listen to them, man. It's only when you get, every now and again, you get a man say, you know what? Yeah, I was listening to them and they're over the times. You get me? Like,
And you know what I want to say as well, shout out to Kane. He couldn't make it today, but Kane's my music partner. You know, everyone needs to stop saying to me, why is Kane wearing a mask? Like, do you know what frustrates me? Like, Barney wears a mask and women still hiring for kids' party. And don't even tell me the content, because if you listen to Barney's song, he's talking about a dinosaur to my
sometimes
imagination.
You gotta
a make-believe friend.
regeneralize
Listen to the content,
yourself.
bro. It's the same thing. People hire this guy. You know what I mean? How many people are into Batman movies?
True.
You know what I mean? So why can't he have a mask for any form of entertainment?
Yeah.
And he's got legal stuff. So
To preserve your life, isn't it?
100, bro. You gotta remember, everyone wants normality. Everyone wants to be able to be around their kids and not have to be explaining themselves or guarding their family. And shout out to Kane, man. He has
Nah,
a
he's
family.
hard, man. He's hard, man.
Humbly speaking, if anyone was to make their own list and put Kane in it and not me, I'd still celebrate, because I've known Kane before he was born, because his mum, my auntie, used to change my nappies, as she would tell everyone. I know, auntie, I know you keep putting that out there, but she used to change my nappies. So there's a picture she sent me the other day where she's standing there pregnant. I might use it for a cover. She's standing there pregnant and I'm like 3 years old. I got 3 years on Kane. So she's pregnant with, so that's my blood. I mean, that's my, I will cut myself open and give him any organ. I'd give him my heart, because he's got kids and I don't.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And that's not just words for the camera, that's facts.
No, come on.
So for me, when we do music together, it's deep for us, because like even our back-to-back songs, we've written them and had emotional moments where we've both looked at each other like, do you know how amount of people that's died along the way as well that we can't share this with. So even we have, like, when I speak to Kane, we don't even speak about rap. We speak about real life. We'll find ourselves talking for 2-3 hours on the phone about stuff like, do you remember we did it? Remember that? Do you remember your mom did it? Do you remember? And those kind of conversations. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, for me, Kane would always be my favorite rapper, and if you ask him, I'd be his. And I think that's what keeps us both sharp. Because if you ask me, no disrespect, going back to the verses thing, this is me, my competitive side. I don't think in an intimate setting, because I know there's a popularity thing. In an intimate setting, I don't think no two rappers can can outdo me and Kane. Not in an intimate setting.
So
not in an intimate
stop
setting.
it there.
Let's talk. Let's
stop it there.
Let's talk.
Because we kind of got to wrap it up. But I'm going to leave the people at home with this one, yeah? Which 2 rappers can challenge these 2?
Intimate setting.
You know what I'm saying?
Make that
Intimate.
clear. Not audience.
Leave some comments.
Yeah.
Real setting, that's what you mean.
Real setting.
Real setting.
Like
Real
man that's
setting.
listening
Real
to the
setting.
bars,
Real
listening to the
setting.
words.
And when I say real setting, we don't need an audience.
No.
We're just your tracks versus our tracks. Me and Kane, track for track, bro.
Because I've
Do you know how
stopped
many
the verses
tracks we
thing,
have?
but this would have been,
Do you know
see
how
how
many
you just
tracks
said that?
we have?
Cool. There's people that are leaving comments.
You don't even have to put 2 duos. You can take 2 of your favorite rappers, and I'm saying this in a level where I know the amount of songs me and him have together.
Yeah.
Bro.
All right.
And
All
individually. And individually.
You lots at home.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
You lots at home.
Yeah.
Put it in the comments. That's how we're gonna get the integration of things and get some like stuff, algorithms and all that shit.
Yeah, facts.
But you know what, cuz? I feel like we had a sick one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
It's a very sick one.
And we never even
'cause-
got to touch upon
yeah,
everything.
And guess what? Hunt didn't even schedule it. Hunt didn't even put it in his.
Nah.
Normally, like I'm OCD to a certain extent with my questions, how I want it structured. Nah, it just flew. It just. Do you understand? It just flowed. I feel like we got a big one. That's what we're doing now. So you know what, cuz? It's your boy HUN Tizzy with
Creepa Crisis, MF Music's future.
with all the man them. Big up GCP, no invite, consume.
Done.
Golden era, we're back. Let's go.
Wait, some will rise, some will fall. Some will get the bag, some won't get none at all. Keep it flipping like a somersault. Cause this is real rap for the connoisseurs. Some will rise, some will fall. Some will get the bag, some won't get none at all. Keep it flipping like a somersault. Cause this is real rap for the connoisseurs. Yo, hold on a second and let me build a script. Let me get it together, come with some killer-ish. I was raised in the place where the villains live, trying to get the notes the same color as the villa kit. Wait, a hard graph for the dividends.